Get down.
Let me know I
Just
get
let me know I get down.
Let me know I get down.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me know I
Just hit me more, I get down.
Let me know I get down.
Talking about rap, talking about bars. I got myself in the zone, 2026. Thank you to everybody for rocking with us. Thank you, Mal, for giving me this opportunity. I don't know when this turned into my show. You just started saying it. That shit is funny. I appreciate it. It's like, this is actually your show. So you just go ahead. I remember when you first said that, I was like, it's my show.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I just got the second verse, dog. Sometimes I got the hook, man. I'm doing my part, bro. I'm here for it.
Second verse be important. Second verse be
do.
important, dog.
I really do.
We should talk about that one day. We got, I realized this week, because it ain't shit to talk. A slow news week. But as far as drops and like things that are happening, I was like, but there's all kinds of shit we could talk about. Like reviewing. At one point, I really want to review albums. That would be fun because I re-listened. After I tried to will it into existence that I'll get more Jay-Z music, so I just decided to re-listen to 444, and that shit is so good, man.
Yeah, I was just listening to it. I think when that album came out, I was like, yo, I'm not listening to young niggas no more. I think I really remember saying that statement after this album dropped, yo. Like real shit.
For us, like this is an album. It was a part of. I'm gonna correct something that I said where I kind of like it was a smart thing that you said. It just doesn't apply to Jay-Z. Yes, I need more Jay-Z music. Yeah, I want to hear Jay-Z when he's 67 talking about like being 67.
Yeah.
It's like, and I didn't mean to say 6'7". 6'7". Yeah. I didn't mean that. But hearing him, like, the reason why I had to re-listen to it is because the song that I listened to the least when it first came out is Legacy. And Legacy came on yesterday, and I was like, God damn, that shit fire. Like the little snippet that somebody was playing on their fucking 1,000,000 2025 wrap-ups. I'm so tired of seeing them. It was like the Legacy shit was playing, and I was like, damn, that shit is fire. I always loved the Donny Hathaway sample. And I keep seeing the Don Cannon show with No ID. He's plugging all the clips because No ID is on the Don Cannon show. And I was like, damn, let me read. I don't know how much credit No ID gets for that album, but not to get technical on it, but like the sampling and the way that he samples on there is a lot different from shit that he's done in the past and is way different from anything else that's been done. And it's just No ID snap just as much as Jay does on that album. And it's so fucking good, man. It's so good. Like
I definitely do love that album. I enjoyed it a lot. Anytime that it comes on shuffle, a lot of times I end up just going to the album and just listening to it again.
Yeah.
What you said earlier with the whole slow week and news and stuff like that, I really like the fact that even for listeners' sake, like they could just put something on and not really worry about the fact of whether they got to keep up or not. I feel like it's so much to talk about rap. Like we just come with a random album to review from our point of view. We can go way back to the 90s. We can keep it up, but 2 weeks ago, we can do whatever we want to do. I kind of like that.
I do. I want to start doing that for sure.
It's funny because we keep coming up with ideas, and we do it for like a week or so, just on to the next idea. Not because it's whack, just because we just had another idea that day type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's okay to rebrand.
Yeah, I feel like we just need to keep going with those and not really. If something pops out real big with the rap, you know what I mean, in the rap news.
Yeah,
we'll jump on it. But besides that, just come up with a random idea of what to do with music today.
Complaints are good, by the way. If somebody complains, it's like, oh, that means you're paying attention.
Yeah.
Complaints are great. But all right. So the thing that I was very amused by your list. I was very amused by it. And we could go back and forth to talk about the list. So this list, of course, I don't know. I'm sure it wasn't started by Source, of course, but Source, of course, shout out to him again, as always. Was it Tony Baker?
Yeah, Tony Baker. Tony Baker. Yeah.
And so my favorite part of the list is the rap is that it starts with rappers you dislike. I love that it starts with the smoke,
But
and I
again,
love
but again, I got to give props to Tony Baker because he started with that too, and he had Future for the first two, which was amusing as fuck to me. Like he had,
damn. I should have looked at his list.
yeah,
I have Future on mine multiple. I definitely had it on here that the rappers I dislike, but I feel like since we talk about rap,
yeah.
that I don't want to put somebody on Future because it's too low hanging fruit. You know what I'm saying? Future, like I wouldn't say he's barely a rapper, but it's like
Yeah.
it almost don't count. You know what I'm
I mean,
saying?
I think it comes to the whole delineation that a lot of times we do between MC and rappers.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
like I said, when we say we talking about rap and it's a question mark and exclamation mark, is mainly because nigga, we talking about hip hop.
Yeah,
We talking about rap just happen to sound a little better, so that's why we're
right.
going with it.
Yeah, yeah, and Future is like not an MC. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, and it's
yeah,
funny. This is something I did notice when we were talking about fuck it, with Big No. Um, sometimes you realize that these dudes that just be putting songs together,
right,
they can actually rap if they wanted to.
correct.
And I think that's something that goes unspoken a lot. Like a lot of
Yeah,
these dudes are choosing to dumb down themselves.
yes,
You know what
correct,
I mean?
correct.
That's like I said, that's another 16 we can get into later. I definitely got the time to hate on niggas, but yeah, like I said, it is funny because I started the joke and I thought it said rappers that you hate, and that's why I had game. That's why I had to add game. I'm like, nah, there's only just like, and I don't like Fat Joe at the moment. Like Fat Joe is very fleetingly. Like it's not. I just realize it. I just don't like him.
I would like. Hey, oh, hold on. Look, explain why you don't like Fat Joe.
I can't even. It's funny because it's more about. I don't. Wow, his raps was so outlandish back in the day,
Hmm.
and now his whole niche is like you said, whether you believe his stories or not.
Capping, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then it's like, but he got people that can back it up. It's like, yeah, just
Multiple
random
people.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Have
yeah.
you
So
ever
it's
heard the
like,
Steven Jackson story? You ever heard Steven Jackson tell his story about Fat Joe? You know Steven Jackson has a
yeah,
TikTok game, right?
yeah,
Not to take too much of the show. Steven Jackson essentially says that there was some sort of altercation somewhere in a club, I want to say, and I'm going to get this all wrong. Some sort of shit where Steven Jackson, because he's always with the smoke, and this was early in his career, Steven Jackson like defended Fat Joe somewhere for no reason other than just like on GP on
yeah,
principle type shit. And Fat Joe obviously noticed it and they dapped and it was on some real nigga shit. Like, oh, okay, like real nigga recognize real nigga type shit. And whatever. And then all of a sudden, Steven Jackson started seeing the same two cats popping up at his games.
uh,
And he was like, who the fuck is these dudes? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it turned out that Fat Joe sent two dudes to a whole bunch of Steven Jackson's games just to like
make sure.
watch after him. Like these dudes were essentially following Steven Jackson around because I don't Steven Jackson says, I don't know why he did that. Obviously, I'm at my games. I don't need protection at my games.
Yeah,
He's like, I'm pretty sure that these dudes was following me everywhere and that they was just watching to make sure that there was no blowback from whatever I did that night because I was just a young kid in the
yeah,
league, didn't know no better. And I'm from Port Arthur, Texas. I'm with the smoke, whatever, whatever. And all of a sudden, these dudes are following me around, and it's like I got this little security that I didn't even know about. And it turns out, and I guess he confirmed with Joe, yo, is that you? And Joe was like, yeah, you know what I mean. So like
that's the
the
funny
thing
part though.
about
That story's be true.
Joe is that like this dude is low key on some actual mafia don type shit. He kind
Yeah,
of is, and the fact that he's moved around with that so silently for as long as he did kind of confirms it, right?
yeah, yeah,
Like he talks a lot about it in his music, but I don't think people understood the extent to which like he could stop people from really hurting Common in California. You know what I mean? Like that's some G shit.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And I think so, but I concur with you on the not liking Fat Joe, which is why I wanted you to talk about it because I'm from the Bronx, so it's sacrilege to not like Fat Joe, and I obviously respect him in a million different
And it's
reasons.
not a whack rapper. You know what I mean? It's
It's
just
not that he's whack. Is that Fat Joe wants to be treated like one of the greats, and he's
mm,
not. I think that's what it is. Fat Joe wants to be treated like one of the greats. I think he feels like he has the longevity because he's been around as long as he has, and he feels like he deserves respect. And he deserves respect for a lot of reasons, and maybe that's one of them. But he's just not one of the greats.
is he above or under Busta Rhymes?
firmly under, like way under. Like that's not close. Like Busta Rhymes has legitimate classics. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to talk stature, like yeah, they're probably at the same level. But we talking about rap.
Yeah, but that's facts. But my question came up because a lot of time when we talk about lists and we're not talking about our list,
Yeah,
we're talking about where people place people at for odd reasons, being stature and shit like that. You know what I mean? Opposed to
yeah.
like,
Then you could say I was. That's a good.
yeah, that's my
That's a
question.
good comp.
Yeah, that's why I was asking. I wasn't from skill level, and it's funny because Fat Joe's not. He's not. He can rap also. You know what I mean? But yeah, I feel you on the. I guess it's because of the range that Busta have, not to.
Right.
You know what I mean, very whatever, but I think because of the range Busta have, I put him above Fat Joe
And
also. Even though
people
like
people love
lyrically,
Busta Rhymes because Busta Rhymes is also. I mean, Busta Rhymes is also one of the most beloved figures in hip hop because of who he is as a person. And
mm-hmm,
Fat Joe also gets a lot of love in hip hop because of who he is as a person. So
mm-hmm,
I think that's a great comp. They've both been around for a very long time. They're both really good friends and all that shit. But like Fat Joe is not charismatic as an artist, in my opinion. Like he doesn't. His biggest hits are carried by other people for the most
mm.
part. I really love my lifestyle and shit like that, but like like the what's loves and the all the shit that he has with abroad and the shits with pun. You know what I'm saying? Like if pun never comes around, does Fat Joe have the same longevity? I don't think so.
Mm.
Busta Rhymes never needed flip mode. Busta Rhymes never needed anybody. Like they all needed him for the most part. But so as far as being an artist, you know what I mean. I would never put them two even in the same stratosphere. But as far as just like their stature in hip hop, definitely, and for a lot of the same reasons, and for a lot of different reasons, I would say.
I'm hip. Anybody else on the list you kind of disagree with or ain't like?
Well, let's get to my list.
Okay.
My
Hold
dislike,
on. Let's talk about what the list is. So the list is
yeah,
rapper I dislike.
is first on the spot, and I'm mad that you took the game. I'm mad. I was like, why he didn't say Papoose? There he is. Like that's a great opportunity for him to say Papoose. He takes my dude that I don't like, and now I got to say somebody else. That's
That's
fucked up.
facts. Pat Poole, yeah, a very quality MC that you would think I would love.
You
I can't
really don't
stand it.
fuck with.
I don't know when the last time I've made it through an entire Pat Poole's rap, and he doesn't have that problem because he made them just like 7, 8 tracks, and I
Right.
still like, yeah, this is.
And
I'm
he's
cool,
super
bro.
nice. The bars on
Super
real
nice.
shit. He's stupid nice. The shit that he's doing with 50 Cent right now, have you seen it?
Yo, why people act like 50 got a loss on this record or something? Like, what's going on? Like he don't 50 don't lose like that, dog. What are we talking about?
It's because 50's not responding to the podcast guys. And that's why they're saying that. Like, but they didn't even really diss him like that.
Yeah,
Like the four, none of them really dissed him like that. Nobody said his name in any kind of real disrespectful way.
the verse
Dave
we
East
like
didn't say anything about him at all.
the verse we like the most was just a whole bunch of his song titles. Like Fab, it was just nice. It wasn't like really a
It
diss.
was
Like it was
just
just clever.
fun freestyles, and they weren't even that long.
No
Like
one
they
even
didn't
mad.
yeah, it was like a not even really a spanking. But for some reason, Papoose is doing this AI shit where he's putting. Wait, if you haven't seen it,
Yeah.
Papoose is you've seen it. He's putting superimposing 50's face on top of like what appears to be like women like dancing. Basically, like he's doing some AI shit to basically call out 50 and making him look like a bitch and like a literal stripper dancing and like blowing kisses and putting 50's face on top of it. So clearly Pap is baiting him for some reason. 50 Cent doesn't need to say a word to Papoose ever, not in the streets, not on whatever. But he also can't rap with Papoose
So he's smart.
for a second. Like
That-
50, don't say anything. I'm just my advice to you, 50.
yeah.
Unsolicited. Don't say a word to Pap because
He just gonna keep the jokes. Like he's not gonna step in the booth. There's no point in 50 stepping in the booth for any of these dudes because it's like,
yeah,
that's not what it's about right now with me, sir. Like my
it's
nigga
not.
Curtis.
But also, yeah, Pap will rap all of these dudes, and I guess with Fab, excluding Fab, but I think Pap would have a lot of smoke for Fab too because Pap
Yeah,
is
because we never seen Fab in some battle type shit. Like
yeah,
Pap, we definitely know he would.
Pap
Let's
will
go back.
give anybody a hard time on the mic. Like
Yeah,
that's a fact.
yeah.
Like that dude is it. But
So
so
who do you
your
have?
list, you
Who do you
got
have
rappers that
overrated?
you dislike is Fat Joe and Game.
Uh-huh.
So mine, I put uh Guru from Gangstar. God bless the dead. I just can't. I'll never fake it that I like his raps. His raps are not it for me. And I also it was a tie between Guru from Gangstar and Big Pooh from Little Brother.
Yeah, that's the fact that all of these are quality rappers, with the exception of Guru to me.
Yeah.
But the fact that these
Because
are
that's what
all
makes this a
quality.
list. Like I
Yes.
could have just put Future and Max B, but like those dudes don't rap. And I really wanted to put Max B in multiple I don't like you categories.
I don't like your
I'm
categories.
glad he's home. I'm never gonna listen to your music.
That's a beautiful way. I'm glad he's home.
Never gonna listen to your music. Like that shit is ass to me.
Oh
Um,
man. So who you have for overrated?
Benny the Butcher, of course.
This is crazy.
Yep.
Yo, this is crazy. I don't feel bad about my
Overrated.
Dave East joint there, man. I just don't. Yeah. And it's funny because Dave East was actually in rap I disliked. And I was like, well, I gotta put one of these dudes down here. Like, fuck it.
Yeah. I don't think that Dave East is overrated because I don't think he's regarded as like one of the nicest out there. I think he might be a little underrated for how nice he actually is. I will tell you, the last Dave East album was actually really good.
Was it a
And
collab joint?
nah, like the last one, Karma 4, was it? Remember, I told you
Okay,
when
okay.
it on the show, I talked about it when it came out.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this album is actually really fucking good. And I
I'm
didn't do a top 10 album list because I was like, I don't like 20 albums to pick 10 from. I can only tell you 10 albums that I actually listen to. You know what I'm saying? But Karma 4 was one of the better albums that I listened to in
okay.
2025. And it only came out in October. So
Okay.
so shout to that. But you know, your list is your list. Benny the Butcher to me, um, um, I know that I put him on here because I think people regard him as one of the sharpest with the pen, and I know that he's nice and his pen is nice. I get disappointed by his albums a lot, and
Mhm.
also I just don't. Again, I think he's ignorant. I think he pushes a lot of stupid shit. Like I think he feels like he be having a point, like and he be really trying to say some shit, like, and I'd be like, nigga, that shit's dumb. Like that shit was dumb. That whole shit you said, like, I'll never forgive him for the shit that he was talking about with his daughter in college and basically telling his kid that she don't gotta go to college. It's like, are we trying to reverse generational fucking trauma or not, bro? What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, what is wrong with you, man? Like, you trying to tell your daughter like she don't gotta go to college?
Yeah, that was
Like,
like
shut up.
episode 3, dog. You were so
I
heated
know.
about that, dog.
And I'm still not over it. But like he says shit like that all throughout his music, where I'm just like, it's like he's really talented as a rapper. So it's very easy to just listen to it. It's aesthetically pleasing, good beats. You're riding around. It's just all too often that happens to me where I actually hear something he said. I'd be like, nigga, that was dumb. Like that was actually stupid. Whereas Guru to me is just a whack MC. You know what I'm saying? Like they've made classics, and God bless the dead and Gangsta. I
Yeah.
don't even diss them like that. But it's like to me, Guru just couldn't rap with people who is on that level. Like whereas Benny the Butcher is obviously talented and can rhyme like that with he got verses multiple where he went the fuck in and went hard and everything.
Yeah.
I just think he's like significantly below Conway the Machine and not even close to as charismatic as West Side Gun is.
Mm.
And like, he's the
That's
third,
funny.
he's the
Because
fifth Beatle.
that would be like my overrated, but it's like he not trying to rap. What's that?
But West can, but when West
Oh,
does rap,
that's
he
funny we
fucking
said that
bodies
earlier.
shit. You
We
know what I
just said
mean?
that also, yeah.
Yeah.
And like I say, I take your word for it.
West Side Gun is a cool nigga. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's just
cool nigga,
cool as
yeah.
fuck. And he does it so well in the music. So that's that. And so next on your underrated, which again I'm deeply upset at you for taking it, but you did it first. So it's 38 Special, one of the MVPs of this show. I have
Yeah.
nothing bad to say about 38 Special. 38 Special. Yeah, you hold on. This is your lip. 38 Special.
Um,
Why is he underrated?
and it's funny 'cause I think because he chooses to be underrated, he doesn't try to put big ass songs out. He know who he is. He likes
Word.
his lane. I think he's cool with that. And it's funny because he would tell you like, I'm nicer than any of these niggas. You know what I
And he
mean? But
is. He
you
is.
know what I mean? But he just cool with. And I kind of appreciate that, man. Like I don't. We got enough mainstream big ass rappers who choose not to rap anymore. Because it's
Right.
funny because I want to be blasphemous to say something about your boy, as
Cool.
far as overrated.
Cool.
Because you said something about his pen, Drake.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because Drake doesn't try to impress you with the pen anymore. Like
Right.
the timestamp raps, they're cool because you can see he knows what to do with words,
Yeah.
but it's still like I'm not really saying anything impactful like talking about. There's no
The
real
timestamp raps are the ones where he's like, all right, let me get in the bag real quick and
yeah, yeah.
let me just flex on y'all. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I haven't heard that in a long time. It's probably because he doesn't collab with anybody that's on this level like talking about. But that's a whole other 16. We'll get into that later.
But you know he did with the J. Cole shit. The back and forth shit that he did with J. Cole. You didn't hear that on the Scary Hour shit? I
Yeah.
thought you would love that. The back, what's it called?
Besides the one that got him in trouble.
Yeah, besides that one. Oh, you really didn't hear it. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm not a scary hour. I'm not a Drake dude, man.
Well, the Scary Hour shit was the re-release of For All the Dogs,
Yeah.
and they called it disc 2, and there's 6 joints, and on those 6 joints he's just rapping.
Mm.
Like he's like, okay, let me give y'all raps. And there's a joint called Evil Ways where him and J. Cole go back and forth on some styles and Kiss shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Like
shit is like
I said, I definitely heard it, but it's not something that
goes in.
wow me like that. It's like, that was
Man,
all
they
right.
went 4 minutes on the same rhyme scheme. I was very impressed. But yeah, okay, my bad. It's overrated. I got you. Um, I agree with the. I can't. We can't go on this show and talk about Spesh without me at least saying one thing about Spesh. He's only underrated because people are not saying that he's one of the nicest
Mm.
out right now. Like to me, like until the entire country sits up and gets excited about it the way that I just did, I'm gonna always say he's underrated because he's as nice as Conway, he's as nice as anybody in Griselda. He is one of the nicest dudes doing it right now, and there's no list that I won't put him on. And that's the only reason he's underrated because I think people generally understand it, but you're right. It's because he's independent. He's not trying to be whatever, but like he belongs on any list. He's as talented as any rapper. He's entertaining. He's charismatic. He makes beats. The dude's everything, and he ain't underrated on this show.
Yeah, definitely.
He ain't
Definitely
underrated on
not.
this.
We can't go a week without mentioning that guy name.
Right. We had to stop ourselves from mentioning him and Sci-Hi and shit. We're gonna have to stop ourselves from talking about Nas.
That's hilarious.
Underrated for me is Belly.
Wow.
And
That's a
Belly is
good
super
one.
underrated.
That's a good one.
He's fucking nice. That I love when he pops out on LA Leakers and gives you a quick 4 minutes. Like yo, I'm really like him and Sci-Hi are these dudes that pop up on LA Leakers and you're like, oh shit. Like the fucking earth's about to move. And also
Hold on,
Jordan Lucas.
I don't know if you noticed my face.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do with my face. I don't really think I like when you dig deeper in the crate to find an MC. Like I'm like, oh, that's a good one. Like, I kept saying that. I'm like, yo, I don't really like that, man. That's my job. Man. Nah, this your show. That's
Slow
my
down,
job.
bro.
Like that was no salute on that one. Yeah, Belly is definitely.
Yeah, you want me to stay on my top 40 shit? I listen to rap too, and also Jordan Lucas. Jordan
Yeah,
Lucas.
yeah, yeah.
We underrate Jordan Lucas on this show, and we've admitted it multiple times. I don't know why it happens. That dude's an assassin. All right, rappers you like listening to, which I thought was interesting, is GQ.
GQ. Yeah, you know him? I don't know if he's still with Jamla or whatever, or with Knife situation.
Yeah, I don't really see him doing a lot of music. I also don't. I haven't listened to a lot of his music, so I'll let you go off on it. Is the basketball cat, right?
Yeah, I about to say that he definitely doesn't really make music that much
Yeah, he's
anymore.
dope
I'm
though.
thinking, I don't know where I think I found out about him through Rhapsody, and then did some homework and ended up with like 4 or 5 mixtapes that just held me for years.
Yeah,
And then every once in a while he'll put out like one track, and I think he put out like a 5 piece, like either late last year, 24, either late 24 or early
mm
25.
mm.
And then I started seeing on his page that he's coaching, like college. You know, he went to North Carolina and hooped. So he's
Yeah.
coaching.
He like really hoops. Yeah,
Yeah, so he's coaching right now at the college. So I think that's where his main focus is
shout
at.
out to Caleb Wilson.
But yeah. But when it comes to like somebody I can just listen to, like I can just go to their joint and just push a little play button by their name. It
Mm.
just don't matter what come out, just let it flow. And he got mad metaphors that you're like, yo, he in that Nick Grant category, like niggas like that. Like so
Yeah,
I
he can
really,
rap.
yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
I fuck with GQ.
Rappers that I like listening to, which is not like to be on some. Oh, I just like him. Like I know we people what we fuck with.
Mhm.
I really fuck with Guap Dad, man.
That was so you did it again. That was rant. No, and it is on a different level on some
Yeah.
kind of putting me on type shit. Like I've heard this name before, but then when it comes from an MC, I'm like, okay, different than when you suggest somebody like Earl Holden. I've heard about Guap Dad and listened to him like he's all right. So now this might make me listen to like a whole project. But he's one of them 30-piece type dudes, right? He put out albums with a lot of tracks on them, right?
He don't really even put out a lot of albums. Like, I
Okay.
mean, I can't even tell you the name of any of his albums. Like, if you really want to, like, I don't know where you could find these, but there was a few months where he was like posting a freestyle every week over like other beats.
Mm,
And he really, really got in his bag. Like, I really liked him. I just think he's funny. He's
mm,
kind of slick. He's not going too hard with trying to be the rapper, but you could hear it. You're like,
yeah.
whoa, this dude's actually nice. And then like he got in his fucking bag on those freestyles. It was probably like a good 8, 10 of them in a row, where every week he was posting some shit.
Okay.
And he got a new joint out called Paysexual, which is super dope. He makes good songs. He's very entertaining. You know, he's from the Bay. I love that Bay Area slick swag that he got, that player shit. I like him a lot like Akeem Ali. Him and Akeem Ali have a very similar um, perspective. Their aesthetic is different.
Mm,
The way they rap is different. I was gonna put Akeem Ali on here. I put Guap Dad instead, but they're like cousins as far as like their perspective. They on some player shit. I ain't on no tough guy shit, but I'm still that nigga type shit. So shout to Guap. Like Guap Dad, whenever he's ready to give us a project, and it's gonna be fire. Like,
okay.
and whenever he hits you with a Lucy, that shit is dope. The Paysexual shit is dope. I first heard him on Currency's album. He's dope, man. He's just dope. I really like listening to him.
Mm.
And so rappers that you love listening to, there should be no surprise. Shout to 804. I'll let you take it.
Nick F, man. Like it's easy, dog. Like
Love
anytime he
listening
put
to
out,
Nick.
yes, it is, and
Love.
it's funny because I've been listening to Nick since damn near late 90s, early 2000s. So it's
Yeah.
like I've been through all the maturations. So I know when I push play, I have no idea what's about to happen. Like I
Yeah.
have no idea what style he about to
His beats,
choose.
man.
Yeah,
His
yeah,
beats are getting serious, man. Like,
yeah.
and I don't mean that as no disrespect, as they wasn't serious before. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they always been, but like I'm like, ugh, like this shit is getting he's shit is
And
ugly.
it makes me more curious about what beats did he make for rappers that I didn't know about.
Yeah, because you
You
know
know what I mean?
their shit that we need. I don't understand how these tech companies can't figure out ways to give us the fucking track list with the production credits. Like, what they just decided that shit don't matter no more, and I got to go to Wikipedia to find it. Like, fuck out of here, man. I like to know who mixed the shit and
Yeah.
where it was recorded, and you know what I'm saying. Like, they just took that shit away from us. Rappers that I shout to Nick again. He wanted all the smoke when we was outside of the Canal Club, and I barely knew who he was, but I knew enough to say I don't want that smoke. And I stand one of the best decisions I ever made in my life, to just be like,
He be, he be
I'm
like
just
J.
gonna
Cole right
pass.
now, nigga. I want to rap no more, boy.
Yeah, and you was there too. I was like, I'm not gonna do that. like I think that he's gonna hurt somebody out here. Um, rappers I love listening to. Polo G. Shout to my young boy,
But
Polo G.
I cannot think of who the fuck. So somebody in my head, like, yo, when you said he really be rapping, I'm like, yo, who am I thinking about right now? A Polo G song came on Shuffle. I was like, oh, this nigga nice.
He really be rapping.
Yes.
I'm trying to tell you, like the Chicago drill young dudes that I worry are going to jail, like Dirk and all that, like he from that same cloth. But it seemed like he's a little smarter because he got a crib in California. He getting well bred. The thing about Polo G is that Polo G gives you straight Chicago gutter, like young nigga Chicago prodigy level type hard shit over these pop
Mm,
beats,
mm,
over these pop, very commercial sounding guitars and very clean production, very again, very top 40 hip hop sounding type of shit. And then he gives you this gutter ass bars and he's dead nice.
mm,
So that combination, I think, is why he's blown up the way that he has, because his music is very aesthetically pleasing. It's very like somebody who doesn't listen to hip hop could just ride around with that real dope melodies. He sings a lot. He's extremely talented. You could also put him in the underrated category. He's really, really talented, but I don't know how if he's underrated because he does sell a lot of fucking records. Also, I'd be seeing him top the Apple a lot of shit. He's just nice as fuck, man. It's to the point where multiple albums of his that I fuck with. I really love listening to Poetry.
Okay.
All right. So rappers that you secretly like. We agree on this. I chose a different one, but we agree on this. Rappers you secretly like.
Jim Jones, man. Jim Jones. I'm sorry,
Love
man.
Jim.
I can't stand
Love
y'all. I
Jim.
can't stand old ass young niggas. But I don't mind listening to Jim Jones, man. Because Jim Jones smart too. He'll give you a 7-piece. You know what I mean? And the nigga can actually like seeing rappers get better. Like I don't know who the fuck I think I am that I take pride in watching rappers get better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why I never liked Jeezy.
Right. Correct.
Yes, you know what I mean. I just want to throw that shot, and I had it after that. Jim Jones, man. Like I enjoy Jim Jones. I hate his niggerness, but I love Jim Jones, man.
I think Jim Jones comes at it honestly. The idea that Jim Jones is an old young nigga, I get it, but I don't think that he's doing it on purpose. Like I think Jim is just unapologetically Jim Jones. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just if he was outside right now walking his dog on my street and I said what's up to him, he wouldn't be like, "Hey, what's up, Dave?" Like, you know what I'm saying? He'd be like, "Yo, what's up, nigga?" Like, the fuck, yo, man. Like, he'd be the same cat. He wouldn't be outside walking his dog. He'd be outside with like 7 niggas, making mad noise on my street.
He that nigga that you
like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
he
Like,
that
he's
nigga
just
that you
him.
mad at that won't leave the hood, and you got everything, but you don't want to leave the hood.
He ain't never gonna, you know what I'm saying? And like, it's very, very. It'll always be heartbreaking to me that the Dipset shit and him, the way that it's all gone. It's very disappointing to me, and I think it says a lot more about Cameron than it says about him. I just, I'll leave that for another day. But Jim was the heart of that movement. You know what I'm saying? And I love that cat. I love the way that he grinds with his. I love the way that he's always coming up with new ideas for ways to pop out. And I definitely love the fact that he really has improved, man. He's a rapper that I really do enjoy listening to. You know what I'm saying? So definitely shout to Jim. The rapper that I secretly like, I'm gonna say Payroll Giovanni. I really like Payroll Giovanni for sure. And I only secretly like him because I just secretly don't really talk about him a lot. The rapper that I secretly like because I'm actually trying to keep it a secret is Ice Spice.
Who?
Ice Spice.
Yo, Lotto was my answer, but I don't give a fuck. Yes. I don't give a fuck.
You think, when I first heard you think you the shit, you really a fart. I was like, yo, is she really talking about shitting and farting? And then I played that fucking song, and I love that song. Like her album's not bad. Like her album's pretty decent, and she has multiple joints. Like, and my kids, we go, you know how she goes like rah rah, like we do that shit in the house. Except she does it like rah rah, like a little chick, and it's hilarious to me. Like I just like her. I'm very attracted to her as well as a 20. I realize that she's absolutely young enough to be my daughter. I'm extremely attracted to her. Like, but I also just like her music. Like I listened to it. I was like, I'm not apologizing for this. I like this. This is fine. This is good.
Apologizing for this.
Nah, like this is cool. Especially with me with girl rappers. You know how I am with girl rappers. I'm very sometimey with girl rappers. Which when we get to the end of this, we left off a girl rapper who truly had a big 2025. We'll get to that. But also shout to Rhapsody. I really like Rhapsody. But yeah, man, I secretly like Ice Spice. Is not secret anymore. Fuck it. She from the Bronx. And I would hit.
Rap on repeat. Was yours Nas?
No, that's in my next category. My rapper on repeat is Drake. Not apologizing. But also Childish Gambino. I love Childish Gambino. I don't know if he's underrated for his pen. People really got to respect his pen. His pen is really like that. I love them both for the same reason. They both give me a lot of different vibrations. If you listen to 16 tracks, you can get 16 different vibrations. But Drake and Childish Gambino on repeat is one where you got to look at your phone and be like, all right, let's be honest. What am I really listening to? And over the last 5 to 10 years, like them cats is every year Apple is like, hey man, these are your guys.
Yeah. Mine are Key Glock and Don Tripp.
Of course.
Don Tripp is like that too. Because like I said, because Don Tripp is one of them dudes who his album won't pop up when you go to album's release. You know what I mean? Like, so you got to actually
find it.
Like, oh, shit, he dropped the album last Friday, that type
I'm
shit.
so happy that Joe Budden had them on the show. I'm so happy that Joe
Yeah.
Budden had them on the show because they deserve a lot of fucking recognition. You deserve a lot of props for putting me onto them. Him, Don Chip, Starlito, they define. I know you didn't put them in underrated only because it's like, nah, they deserve a better category than that. But they're fucking underrated. Like, good Lord, them dudes are underrated.
Yeah,
man. Like, they are.
And especially with Don too, with the amount of projects he give you, dog. Like the amount of music he give you, like that. To go on 2 years of dropping something every last Friday in a month, dog.
And it's all like quality. Like these dudes are dead nice. Dead nice. You know what I mean? And I really enjoyed hearing them talk a little bit, you know, and hearing them kind of describe their shit. So
yeah,
for sure. My GOAT is Nas.
Hold on. That's something before that, right?
Wait, you said it's on repeat. Favorite rapper of all time. Oh, I didn't even. Oh, okay. I skipped that one. I didn't mean to. Favorite rapper of all time. Yours is J. Cole.
So what's yours?
It's still Nas. My favorite rapper of all time, and my GOAT, and the dude who I think is the greatest. I mean, we could put Black Thought in there.
And it's funny because I was talking to my homeboy Zach, and it says the GOAT of rap. And he was like, yeah, I'm surprised you put Hove. And I was like, yeah, because it says the, not my.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that is a delineation. And I think I was talking about that earlier when we were talking about lists. Like sometimes they give you what the list is and not opposed to what my list is. Because a lot of times you're like, who that? When it comes to my list. But when it comes to the, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's the reason why I do have Hove. You know what I mean? Like he is the go to rap. You know
it's hard to disagree with it. One of the things that I realized in listening to 444, I was like, if Hove was gonna pop out like how Nas popped out with Hit Boy and gonna make 5 albums, who would he even do it with? Like it, you know, Hove is the type of dude he got to get in the booth with people he fucks with. I do truly think that if Jay-Z did 5 albums with No ID the way that Nas did with Hit Boy, that like those albums I'm kind of secretly afraid to admit that those albums will probably be better than the Hit Boy Nas albums. Not that the Hit Boy Nas albums aren't good, but like
you said that before, like you like you worried about giving. And it's funny because I had that same thing when I was thinking about the GOAT, like, but the run that Nas has been on lately, he kind of is like the GOAT. But then listen to 444 is like, but Hove could do this, and like.
Hove could do it quickly too. Like Hove could just wake up on the wrong side of the bed for 12 months and just give us a quick 3-piece run. And I would and then people would be like, so to me, and I'd be like, like I'm very afraid. I'm very afraid of my Nas is better than Jay-Z take. Because I love
actually, you have so many disclaimers. You'll be good, bro.
I'm so scared of it. Yeah. I'm throwing it out there for a reason. I'm definitely afraid of this take.
But what you saying, no ID is I'm more curious because I don't think Hit Boy was the go-to or off the top of the head thought you would have had when they said, "Nah, it's coming out with a collab album." You would think,
right? It was just like, wow, this is
so the same thing with Jay-Z. I wanted to be somebody that you wouldn't think it would be with, you know what I mean? Somebody that's not maybe as big. Hit Boy was big, don't get me wrong. He wasn't big as no ID.
Imagine if Jay-Z was like Soundwave or something.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Something like that. You know what I mean? Like that'd be crazy. Like something different. Yeah, definitely. But favorite rap group. I like that one. This was hard, bro. This was hard.
Yeah.
The last two were difficult.
Favorite rap group for me was easy as Outkast.
Okay. Mine is Helter Skelter, bro. Like I could have put them underrated, bro. I could have put them Helter Skelter, man. And it's funny because Sean Price was so, but then you forget, like, but Rock held his own. Like, I fucking love Helter Skelter,
When
bro.
they first came out, Rock was the nice one.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was like, wait a minute, that other guy's pretty good too.
It is
On,
funny as
on
fuck, nigga.
on the Wiggy was where I was like, wait a minute, the other one's really nice. Like I always liked Rock. And on the Wiggy, I was like, wait a minute, like he's just as nice as the other cat. And then he had his own with Sean
Oh
Price.
my gosh. I've never Rock and Rail remind me so much of itself, and I think that's why I like Helter Skelter so much at the beginning. My cousin
Because it
Rail
reminds
Painter,
you of Rel.
yes, yeah,
Yeah.
like so
Because Rel
much.
had dreads back then
Yeah,
too.
it ain't
Same
give a
length,
fuck.
like neck length
And
dreads.
Rail ain't give a fuck either. That's kind of what I heard from this dude I didn't know about this rapper. He sound like he don't give a fuck like my cousin don't give a fuck. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Yeah,
then the
yeah,
more
yeah.
and more I listen, like, oh, these dudes actually nice. I fuck with these dudes. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
guess shout out to my cousin.
Shout to, of course. Shout to Rel. Rel
Could have
was
been on
one
here
of those.
or he could have been on here for rapper underrated.
I
Nigga,
don't
like
know if
shit.
Rel's not a gangster, right? And I don't think Rel is a thug. Like you wouldn't put him in any of those categories. But like Rel is one of those people that confirms for you how like real hard dudes. Let's say that Rel's hard, right? Are some of the nicest people you'll ever meet. And like Darrell Price is just a nice person. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's actually just a very fun person to talk to. He's very generous. Like he's done shit. He's done some friend gesture shit that I'm like, thanks, Rel. I was like,
Yeah.
you're a nice person.
But he
Like,
has that motherfucking switch.
yeah. Oh yeah, it'll turn fast. And I've seen people not realize it was getting turned on them, and then it
Because
did.
he was just so nice. He was just
It's
so
like he was a cool person 2 seconds ago, and then I got two pieced up.
but somebody warned you though. Like somebody
Yeah,
told you, like, yo, like that nigga's cool, but don't do nothing stupid around him, dog. Don't watch him. Like it's just so funny the disclaimers you gotta get to deal with
it
real.
was
And like
in the
you get disclaimers to deal with real. You're like, yo, why they give me the disclaimer? This nigga's cool as fuck. You know,
because it snaps, because it turns. Because when I first got down here, and Otto went to Hawaii, or Otto was out of town or something, and Rel picked me up from work, and I had no car, and I was new to Richmond. He picked me up from work like I was his cousin or something. Picked me up, had a blunt, drove me home like local. I never realized that the local streets in Richmond, I really enjoyed the scenic route. Came to my crib, played Madden with me. Like, because Otto was gone for the weekend, came to my crib, played Madden with me. It was like, all right, take your time. I was like, you're a nice person. I was like, holy shit. Like, thank you, Rel. Like, I was like, that dude's actually a nice person. So yeah, shout to Rel, man. All right. So underrated group.
Oh wow, they did make it.
Huh?
They did make it. The dudes we was just talking about.
Who?
Step Brothers.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, of course they're on the list. Yeah, on your list, of course. And shout to, and that's a very good one. So I had to come to make sure I matched you. Underrated group, MOP. MOP.
I showed you my face this time. They give me
Yeah.
yo, them, bro. Oh my god.
And here's why they're underrated. I'm gonna make my case in 30 seconds. They don't get mentioned in the categories that Mob Deep does, but they deserve to be.
Ooh, you good at what you do. That's why
There's a conversation. There's a conversation. They deserve to be mentioned in the categories that Mob Deep does.
That's why this your show.
Yeah,
that's why right there. Nigga, like that's yo. I love MOP, dog.
They're iconic.
Yeah.
They're iconic, and they have specific things that they're iconic for.
Mm-hmm.
The ad libs.
Yeah.
Nobody's better at ad libs, right? The chemistry between Fame and Dan's. Dan's, they both be really saying some shit. Dan's be saying some shit.
Some wild shit.
Right?
Some wild shit.
You be feeling Dan's, like you feel him. Like he's one of those dudes where his voice matches his passion, matches the pen, the shit that he's actually saying. Like God put the right voice in that dude's chest. You know, pause. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like their production just as iconic for Primo. You know what I mean? Are we talking about hit records? Like, are we talking about classic records? We're talking about How About Some Hardcore? That they came out the gate with How About Some Hardcore and Four Alarm Blaze,
bro,
and Downtown Swingers, and
so Four Alarm Blaze, the remix, put me on to MOP. So then for like a year, all I played was that album.
Mm.
And then we played the album before that. And it was my year in college. So the new album dropped. So I just had a whole bunch of MOP at one time. You know what I mean? I'm a big fan of Fame. I'm a
One
big
of the
fan.
few artists that popped up on the joint with they stole a record from Jay-Z. The You
Yeah.
Don't Know remix belongs to MOP.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, they didn't even need Hove's verse at the end of that shit.
Yeah, that's true.
It almost didn't belong on the song. I was just like, this is an MOP song.
Yeah.
Like they just stole that shit. You know what I mean? Very, just underrated, just in every way, only because I think people should just acknowledge that this is one of the GOATs,
I
GOAT
agree.
groups for
I
sure.
definitely agree. Tony Baker, he had a little brother, which I don't agree, which I don't disagree with. It's so funny how I think that speaks so much of how good Fonte is.
Mm.
Because a lot of people would tell you how much they dislike Pooh,
Cool. Yeah.
but how
He's
much
not, it's just a big gap between the two of them.
they love little brother.
Yeah.
So it's like he's doing all their work.
Because
Like,
you get all that Ninth Wonder production. You
yeah.
get all this incredible production. You get all this incredible songs because Fonte is just a great songwriter. I don't think they're underrated because I think they get more props than they deserve. They get a lot of props. They're one of those. It's one of those. They're one of those groups that a lot of people would be like little brother. You know what I mean? So I think they get a lot of props. And I think that maybe they get. I don't want to say that they get too much props, but like I think they get a good amount of props. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Or that kind of that answer that people would say to be cool.
Right. There you go. There you go. To be like, yeah, I know some shit. It's like, okay, cool. Like, we know, so name some songs then, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So that was fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
We don't need to do the playlist this week because we just did a whole ass list. The whole show was a list.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say this: 2025 MVPs. We talked about Nas. We talked about Clips. Clips is getting all the fucking props from everybody's 2025 lists, and all that shit. 2025 was also the year of Doechii.
Yeah.
And I think because it ended 2024 was it, and then it kind of bled into 2025 as opposed to the whole 2025. This bitch is bad. She's bad as fuck. And that new SZA record that she has that just came out is crazy.
Is it her featuring SZA or vice versa?
It's her featuring SZA.
Okay.
And it's fucking fire.
I'm gonna check it out right now.
Fire as hell. And make sure you clip this when you're doing clips for this week. That girl Doechii is a bad motherfucker, man. She's a dark-skinned black woman that's sexy as fuck, that's unapologetic, that's outspoken, that dances, that raps her fucking ass off, that does all the shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really, really excited to see a dark-skinned black female rapper that's black as fuck and dope as fuck. And when I say black as fuck, I don't mean her skin. I mean like she's black as fuck inside and out. And she's super proud of it. And she's super in her bag and she's getting fucking bread and recognition. And 2025 was a big ass year for her. And yeah, shout to that girl. There was no category that I could put her in. She's it. And she can rap her ass off. And when she popped up on that West Side Gun shit, it was like, oh no, I can do all of this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like she's a bad fucking bitch. And there's some line on this new shit with her and SZA that she says something about. I'll get to it next week. But there's a line of some shit that she said on there that I was like, hey, yo, like she's nice. Like she's it. So I'm excited for whatever she's gonna do this year because I know she's popping up with something this year.
All right. Back there, man. Yeah, we talking about rap, man.
Talking about rap. I came with it today.
Yeah, we talking about rap. I figured I'd give y'all my favorite albums of the year, 2025. First one being Made by Dope, Bruiser Wolf, someone I knew nothing about and doubted, but was pleasantly surprised. Possession with Intent, OT The Real and 38. I just enjoy aggressive, vivid ass street sales, and OT never fails. Plus, he dropped 2 projects. So, Don't Tap the Glass by Tyler, the Creator. I enjoy each project of his more and more, which is kind of what's supposed to happen. So I took it personal. I'm always anticipating and appreciating Nick Grant project. He continues to just be so clever with the words and song topics. Desire Crowns, I love the genius of Shay Noir. This is fresh off me loving their 2 solo projects that I recently dropped, and they're way better than most. Not women, they're just better than most rappers. Good things take time. Deontay Hitchcock is different, but he's nice. Instead, would have stayed on repeat. Take Care, Deluxe, Big X the Plug. I didn't expect to like this one. Way better artist, and 2 AM took me out. Glock and Belly. Much as I talk about bars, I have no business being this much of a fan of Key Glock, but this album was crazy before the Deluxe drop, and that had 30 tracks on it. So, The Internet is Fake, Radio Beat. We've been talking about this album all year. Most important project of the year. Tapping. Everything is a lot. Favorite album of the year. Shout out to Casanat. Gotta get the ball rolling for a while. No, I love this project, man. But yeah, that's my favorite albums of the year. We talking about rap. Now talking about.
It's what I does when I do's what I'm doing, shawty. What you doing, shawty? What you doing, shawty? Look, I'm out here, I'm over there, I'm everywhere. Yeah, I'm moving, shawty. But what you doing, shawty? It's what I does when I do's what I'm doing, shawty.
It's 2025, man. If you ain't getting no motherfucking money, it's time for you to get the fuck on. Fuck out of here. Dumbass nigga. Stupid ass niggas going with the money. Get money around this motherfucker. They ain't hear me though. Fuck you thought, nigga.
That boy is Benny Hanna.
Niggas going with the money. 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 Looking like I just hit a lick and your bitch on my dick and she just needs some FaceTime. Niggas know when I balls to lead with them checks on my feet. Niggas knowing that it's game time. Niggas running with the money. Niggas going with the money. Niggas going with the money. Niggas running with the money. Looking like I just hit a lick and your bitch on my dick and you know she needs some FaceTime. Niggas know when I balls to lead with them checks on my feet. Niggas knowing that it's game time. Roll blunts with the money.
What matters to you more now? Reps, rings, or respect?
Damn, Mo, you be coming up with the good questions, bro. I ain't even thinking it. It's definitely not reps, that's for sure.